Okay. All right. Well, let's see how. Well, matter of fact, let's see how much money that Anton Daniels' family will get off of this lawsuit. Y'all ready to go down memory lane? Let's go. All right, y'all. You're back in the house with the most requested YouTuber. Thank you for attending the Working Man Podcast here where reality checks are free. And you know what it is. Of course, I got to say it one more time. This is the Working Man Podcast. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well. What do we have here? A new turn of events. A lawsuit. Man, oh, man. I didn't see this coming personally, but in any case, I saw a few people covering this. I saw the lead attorney cover this. I saw CGA cover this. They said House of Hypocrites covered it, and a few other people. But today we're going to go into the lawsuit of the Anton Daniels family versus Corey Holcomb. Now, Corey Holcomb has, well, in a lot of people's opinion, disrespected the Daniels family in a lot of different ways. And we're going to go down memory lane. Before we go to the paperwork, we're going to cover all the ways that Corey Holcomb has disrespected Anton Daniels and his family. All right. Now, say what you want about the beef, but I mean, to be honest, in my humble opinion, once the family came into it, I think after that, it's pretty much, anything goes at that point. So Anton Daniels stayed in the cut, I guess, in large part. He did talk shit about Corey Holcomb, but he didn't bring his family into it and all those kind of things. So I think personally, I think Corey Holcomb is getting what's coming to him. And, he's been in the news for a lot of other things lately besides, the whole, Anton thing. So, man, it's been pretty bad. And Corey has made a lot of enemies along the way since this beef has occurred. He made a lot of enemies. One we will talk about later on because there's one guy in particular that's not letting off of Corey. All right. And y'all probably know who he is. If you follow this man, I do. And I've seen a lot of his videos, man. This guy's going in on him. So we're going to talk about that, of course. And wait a minute, what's going on here? Let me check something real quick. Okay. Working Man, happy Friday. Thank you. How you doing? Happy Friday to you as well. Yes. Wait a minute. Hold up. Where is it? Let me get here. There we go. I can see it. There we go. Yes, thank you. Oh, by the way, yesterday is my birthday. Thank y'all very much. If you're here, thank you very much for my birthday today. Okay. I turned a wonderful 46 years old. I think I'm still gonna make it look good and make it look easy, like I said in my post. So if y'all want to, if you're on the replay gang, of course, hype the stream. And if you are in the chat right now, thank you for participating. Of course, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the super chat if you want to. All right. If you want to donate to the channel, you can also hit the super chat, join the channel membership. Really join the channel membership. All right. I'm pushing that heavy. Join the channel membership. All right. I got more members only content coming. And in the meantime, of course, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the Cash App, hit the super chat, all those nice, wonderful things. Right. So before we get into this right here, I want to show y'all this because this is the affidavit in question. All right. This is the one thing that we're going to read word for word later on. We're going to read this entire affidavit. Okay. We're going to read the entire thing. All right. You see it. Leslie Daniels, Sharita Daniels, the Superior Court of the State of California. We're going to read this entire affidavit later. All right. So y'all can see what's going on with this lawsuit. Before we do, though, we are going to get into all the ways that Corey Holcomb has disrespected Anton Daniels. All right. Again, my humble opinion. You don't have to agree with me. But to me, Corey Holcomb, this was coming. But I think there's also a reason why Anton did it this way, or his family sued him this way and not directly. We're going to get into that too, because one CJA pointed this out and lead attorney also pointed this out. I think he pointed out first. And I think that he is correct in assuming this. So let me get to Exhibit A. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up. I'm sorry, my production company, me, myself, and our production company here. We gotta get this together. Okay, now Exhibit A. The first order of business was the incident in question as a whole. The first incident, of course, the main incident, which was Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. Shout out and fair use to Corey Holcomb in the 5150 show. We are going to play just a small snippet of this, if you will, so that way we can get some the initial point of this whole beef, right? Check this out.
When you want to say it, and that people are supposed to respect the way that you move, but I don't think that you move the way that you're supposed to anyway.
I want this thing to be studied, because here's the truth. Brother Anton is talking about everybody else but himself and white men. This is a fact.
I like this chat. Let me tell y'all why I like the chat.
Everything but himself and white men.
No, listen. I told you I want to come back and have a full conversation about it, or we can talk about it right now. I ain't got nothing better to do.
Study this episode.
Shout out to the
shit on Caucasian males.
Shout out to the chat.
Shit on
I'm not gonna shit on nobody.
Yeah, you shitted on black people. You shitted on motherfuckers.
I feel like I shitted on you. To your face. To your. I mean, what you said, you felt disrespected. So I am telling you that I disrespected you if that's the way you felt. Is that not what you said? You said that out of your mouth. And so I apologized when you said that you felt disrespected.
No. The reason you said you disrespected me in my face
because you don't accept the apology because you still
talk about everybody else except yourself and white men.
I'm telling you what I said. You felt offended by it, so I apologized. All I'm doing is rehashing a conversation that happened. Why are you so easily offended?
You still talk about me? It sounds like I'm arguing
because I'm right. See,
I'll be around bitches and they tell me about myself all the time. Be gone.
No.
That shit don't hurt no feelings. It's probably better this way.
Because I just proved my point.
Be down. So you proved the point. Homie, just gone, man. Just gone, man.
You hypocrite. I'm out the jet.
You done did this before.
He's hypocritical.
Get your bitch ass to... Hey, homie.
All right, I'm out.
Get your bitch ass the fuck on. And walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch, nigga. Walk over there with your bodyguard and your bitch.
You proved my point.
I got shit to do.
You right.
Don't bring bitches up here, dog, that you ain't finna stand on.
Okay. Now, the first initial incident, they go on there. Corey Holcomb has his beef with Anton about how he's not talking about white people enough and how he kind of holds the racism and all those kind of things, right? That big blow up happens. He walks off the set. He says, hey, man, don't bring the women up here because we're talking about Mika, right? Which Corey Holcomb has now made an enemy of Mika, right? So we got that going on. And, of course, Anton Daniels, who is the main antagonist in this whole thing, right? So that happens. Then what happens is Corey Holcomb, after this is the act 2, right? Corey Holcomb goes back on his show and he reveals to the public Anton Daniels' wife and his daughter. All right? Let's listen to this.
Black people, do you hate black people?
I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first. I'm a Christian first.
Boy, you use your paper to fuck bitches you would normally never be around. You an ugly ass boy. You an ugly ass boy. You brag on having no children out of wedlock. You got a picture of his daughter? I'm a dirtbag. You got a picture of his daughter?
That nigga got a picture.
This motherfucker brag on not having no children out of wedlock. What happened, D?
By the way, I don't think it's a bad thing to say anything about that. If he doesn't have any children out of wedlock, I mean, that's not a bad thing. I mean, I don't know how many children Corey has, but I mean, if the guy says I've been married for 19 or so years, a bunch of years now, I got one daughter. I didn't have her out of wedlock. I don't have any other kids out there, allegedly. I mean, what's wrong with that, right? But
It crashed.
The Holcomb incident.
Froze.
Now,
That's the broad.
I was told.
Y'all can get the broad off. That's his daughter. This man said he ain't got no children out of wedlock. Nigga,
That's Cool Mo
Don't-
daughter.
that's who?
Not Cool Mo D, Cool Mo daughter.
That's the Arab.
now, see, he even
Nigga. Look, nigga.
Go
Let me
down.
Corey and that man Craig Fax even talked about the girl, talking about called her Kumudi. I think that was foul. And then he's going to bring his wife up. Check this out.
White. By the way, if I get under your skin, you know where I'm at, homie. You know where I'm at. The clip with his wife. This is the funniest shit.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. Times it can be hard and sad and difficult because Anton has a lot of different personalities. And so you have to be a certain type of woman to deal with. Anton is very emotional. He doesn't communicate effectively. I don't think that he has killed anybody before. I think he's capable of it. I've seen him angry before. He's just like a totally different person. When he's angry, he blacks out.
All right.
Okay. Now, he had him on the show. They got into an argument. He kicks him off the show. He talks about Mika, right? Which he had another episode where he talked more about Mika afterwards, right? You know, Mika went on Tasha K and all those other platforms, right? And that's good for her. Okay, we covered that in a different live stream where she went on that one podcast and he pretty much asked all the questions that everybody wanted to know. If you don't remember it, you can go down my live stream catalog and check it out. Now, second episode, he goes back on the show. He reveals Anton Daniels' daughter and his wife on national television and then calls her Craig Fast calls her Kumo D. Not only that, but Corey Holcomb also did a rap song at the end of the show and called Anton's daughter well, you'll listen to it. Let's just check it out. Check it out.
Blink twice if Corey not treating you nice. Come on, this here sis and big bro. No, not no weak, timid hoe. Going down in here, so best stay clear. We going on 16.
Watching men get mad. That situation is motherfucking sad. Married a bitch way back in the day. She looked like a motherfucking slave. But now she got the motherfucking wig on her head. You be acting tough, so she's scared. But bring your bitch in my life. I will go raw in your wife. Not once, but motherfucking twice. Drive off without saying nighty-night. Your daughter, a ugly ass dyke. I'm saying this shit because I know you don't like. I'm saying it You know where I'm at. Come see me, motherfucker.
Pass it to my nigga.
Check. Fuck that. I want you.
Now, he reveals this man's daughter and his wife, and then he says at the end of the show, he makes a rap song where they do the freestyle at the end of every show. He says that he is going to have intercourse with his wife, and he calls his daughter a, say she likes to do the no pants dance with other women.
Enemy spotted.
There you go. All right. Now, we got that. 2, 3 things, right? Not only that, check this out. Corey Holcomb makes a t-shirt with his family on it. Okay? Check this out.
So I made a shirt.
Oh, let me back up because he said there. Okay. Remember a few weeks ago where this woman was, there was an ICE protest, right? And this young Caucasian lady unfortunately lost her addiction to oxygen because of the ICE agents, right? Well, Corey Holcomb said he was going to make this shirt and he was going to donate the proceeds of this shirt to this woman's family, right? Let's listen up.
It again, and then he stand up like, let's go outside. That's not what happened. What happened was I told him, tell you something, if you put it online, it belongs to me.
It's the First Amendment, freedom of speech.
This is dedicated to you, Lane.
Now you see that, right? He says, hey, leave my family out of this. Now we got Corey Holcomb. We got Anton Daniels, which is the guy with the glasses, right? With that safari hat on. We see that safari hat. And next to him is a depiction of his daughter as a monkey and another depiction of his wife, who is also a monkey.
Enemy spotted.
You see that, right? Made t-shirts. Okay? Now, not only that, what he also did is that he made a Instagram or a YouTube short where he had a monkey mask on talking about Anton Daniels. Here we go. Check this out. Remember this? Oh, wait a minute. Back up. Not what I wanted.
It's gay. I'm going to tell you right now to your face.
Listen to what I'm trying to tell you, man. You want to talk about everybody else, wife, kids, and everybody, but when somebody say something about you, y'all got to go to therapy.
Our chicks was looking dusty as right? And so I'm looking at these women, and the women's breath stink. The kids is dirty and nasty. Kids is dirty and nasty.
Hey, look here, boy. I'm going to give you an out. You leave me alone, I'm going to leave you alone. But if you don't, it's going to be more monkey business.
I'm the bad guy.
Okay. Now you saw that, right? He puts on the monkey mask, and now he's talking about how you're going to be some more monkey business if you don't leave me alone, right? And so now we got the t-shirt. He done aired out his family. He called him all kind of names, said he's going to have intercourse with all this kind of stuff he said he's going to do to his family now, right? So these are all the things that Corey Holcomb has done since the beef first started. Also, during that time, he has made enemies with other people, right? He made enemies with, who was it? Anton Daniels' family. He made an enemy of Christina Payne, the woman outside the nightclub, the comedy club he allegedly pushed, that he got lawsuit, that she put a lawsuit out against him. He said he had a restraining order and everything against and all that kind of stuff. He made an enemy of Joe Budden because Joe Budden gave his opinion about the whatchamacallit, the incident that they had, right? And so with that being said, Joe Budden had his opinion. Corey Holcomb said something bad about Joe Budden. And not only that, but Poetic Flacco. Poetic Flacco has not let up on this guy since this whole thing started. Poetic Flacco, matter of fact, Corey Holcomb yesterday or a couple of days ago said that Poetic Flacco was he was a part of the Rainbow Game.
Enemy spotted.
Okay, so there's that. They've been going back and forth pretty much for the last like 3 weeks, which I gotta do a video about that too. So Corey Holcomb has made enemies along the way while talking about Anton Daniels. Now, he's let off of him now, and he's still talking about backdoor. He's still talking about this, the industry's out to get him and all this kind of stuff, right? So we got all that going on. Now, all that being said, now we have, let me come back to the main screen because I got to pull up the affidavit here. We're going to read the affidavit in question, the whole thing. Stick around if you will. Of course, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the super chat if you will, all that great, wonderful stuff. We are going to continue to get into the mix about this Corey Holcomb situation and Anton Daniels' family. Where is it? Get to Google. Wait a minute, not that. Hold up. Be myself and our production company. Where is it? Complaint. There we go. Take down the fair use. Here we go. That brings us here. The affidavit in question. Superior Court of the State of California in the County of Los Angeles. Leslie Daniels, an individual. Sharita Daniels, an individual. Plaintiffs versus Corey Lamont Holcomb, an individual. The 5150 Show, a business organization, and does 1 through 25 inclusive, the defendants. All right. Case number 26 NNCV01405. All right. The complainant. These are the, what they're suing for here under the complainant for. Let me take my camera down real quick so you can see. Let me take my camera down. Where is it? Hold on a second. Take my camera down so y'all can see all of this wonderful bean footage. Okay, there we go. Now, defamation per se, number 1. Number 2, false light. Number 3, defamation of Leslie Daniels with respect to the t-shirt images. Y'all saw the t-shirts, right? Number 4, defamation of Sharita Daniels with respect to the t-shirt images. Number 5, intentional infliction of emotional distress suffered by Leslie Daniels, international infliction of emotional distress suffered by Sharita Daniels. Number 6, violation of Civil Code Section 3344. Now again, if you're just not joining me, number 4, defamation of Sharita Daniels with respect to the t-shirt images. You might be asking, what are those t-shirt images you're talking about? Let me go back so that way y'all understand what's going on here. The t-shirt images in question. Hold up. Those are the t-shirt images that he's talking about. Corey Holcomb made a t-shirt image of his family and put it on a t-shirt. And he was going to sell them for whatever, BS fundraising campaign. That's what this was about. Now let's go back to the affidavit. Where is it? Complaint? Okay, let's continue to read. Let's scroll down some more. Page 2. Excuse me. Comes now. Plaintiff Leslie Daniels and Sharita Daniels and file their complaint in this action for damages against defendant Corey Lamont Holcomb and the 5150 Show as follows. The parties. The plaintiff Leslie Daniels, at all times herein mentioned, is an individual residing in Detroit, Michigan. Plaintiff Leslie Daniels is an African American. Plaintiff was 17 years old and a senior in high school at all times mentioned in this complaint. Now, this right here alleges that when Corey Holcomb was making all these defamatory statements about his daughter, that she was indeed underage, 17. Well, I don't know what the legal age is in the state of Michigan or whatever, but it says she was 17. Number 2, plaintiff Sharita Daniels, at all times herein mentioned, is and was an individual residing in Detroit, Michigan. Plaintiff Sharita Daniels is an African American. Plaintiff Leslie Daniels is the daughter of Anton Daniels. Plaintiff Sharita Daniels is the wife of Anton Daniels. Upon information and belief, defendant Corey Lamont Holcomb, hereinafter Holcomb, or I guess nicknamed Holcomb, at all times herein mentioned is an individual with a residence and a place of business in the county of Los Angeles, California. Number 6, upon information and belief, at all times herein mentioned, defendant Corey Holcomb produced and appeared on a weekly podcast known as the Corey Holcomb 5150 Show, or the 5150 Show. The show consisted of long, rambling, profanity-laced monologues by Corey Holcomb, interspaced by product commercials and solicitations. Okay. Number 7, upon information and belief, at all times herein mentioned, the 5150 Show is a business entity of unknown form that produces and airs the Corey Holcomb 5150 Show. And said business entity has a principal place of business at this address I will not name, but you can probably read it there on your screen. This is where I guess his studio is and where he airs the program, being the 5150 Show. Let me continue. Let's go down. Page number 3. Number 8, the true names and capacities where an individual, corporate, representative, or otherwise of 1 through 25 inclusive are unknown to plaintiffs, who therefore sue them by such fictitious names. Plaintiffs will seek leave to amend this complaint to show the true names and capacities of said defendants when they are ascertained. So this is basically saying, look, if the names in here are correct, if there may be pseudonyms of the individual, then they're going to change the names to whoever the real name is so they can be properly represented in this lawsuit. Number 9, plaintiffs are informed and believe and thereon allege that each of the defendants named as Doe, along with the named defendants, are responsible in some manner for the occurrences herein alleged, and that plaintiffs' injuries herein alleged were legally or proximately caused by said defendants. Wherever it is alleged that any act or omission was done or committed by any specifically named defendant or by defendants generally, the plaintiffs hereby intend thereby to allege and do allege that the same act or omission was done and committed by each and every defendant named as Doe, and each named defendant both separately and in concert or conspiracy with the named defendants. Now, I know it's getting kind of boring. If you're on a replay game, you can probably speed this at 2x speed, but I'm going to read this affidavit in full. It's 16 pages long, and I'm going to read all of it from start to finish. There's a lot of legal jargon in here. I can understand it from a normie perspective. I'm a normie. I can understand basically what they're saying in here. If you can't, I'm sure your basic dictionary or Google will help you figure all of this out, okay? By the way, let's check it on the poll. Is the lawsuit necessary? 0% said yes, 60% said no, and 40% said get that money. All right. Of course, hit the super chat, hit the Cash App, or you can join the channel membership, which I strongly suggest hit the channel membership. Number 10. Plaintiffs are informed and believed and therein alleged that each defendant herein was an agent, employee, or representative of the remaining defendants, and that each defendant was acting within the course, scope, and authority of that relationship, acted negligently or intentionally in the matters hereafter alleged, acted in concert with the other defendants, and or was an aider and abettor with others as to the conduct alleged. Now, they're pretty much saying that everybody they're about to name in this lawsuit, or not the plaintiffs, which is Anton's family, but Corey, which would be the people that they're trying to sue, him, the woman up there, I forgot her name, but all three of them basically either participated or did said act, okay? Number 12, jurisdiction and venue. This court has jurisdiction over this action because the amount in the controversy exclusive of cost and interest exceeds the sum of $35,000. Now, from what I ascertained from the lead attorney, this $35,000 is like the base minimum to get the lawsuit started. So the The actual lawsuit is going to be more than this, but $35 would get the lawsuits. 35,000 racks will get the lawsuit started from the court perspective. All right. Now, number 13, the venue is proper in the judicial district pursuant to California Code of Civil Procedure Section 395A. Defendant is the 5150 show, has a principal place of business in said address in the county of Los Angeles in the state of California and is within the jurisdiction of this court. Further, the defamatory acts committed by defendants occurred in Los Angeles County. So basically, they filed the lawsuit in Los Angeles County because this is where Corey Holcomb made these statements. Even though Anton and his family live in Detroit, they filed the lawsuit in California because this is where the incident occurred online, which I showed y'all earlier. Okay? Now, hold on one second here. Let's see, 1 second here. Oh, man. Okay. Factual background, number 14. This is where they're going to talk about all the actions that were committed by Corey Holcomb and his team. Upon information and belief, in January of 2026, the Corey Holcomb 5150 show was aired through YouTube and had a wide audience in the United States. The 5150 show was aired on or about 13 January 2026. Anton Daniels, the father of plaintiff Leslie Daniels and the husband of plaintiff Sharita Daniels, appeared on that show. After introductory comments were made by defendant Corey Holcomb and the guests, the two individuals became involved in an intense, heated discussion and provocative remarks were exchanged. Yes, they were. Y'all saw them. I mean, everybody saw that basically, right? The following week, January 20th, 2026, defendant Corey Holcomb aired another 5150 show. During the show, the defendant twice aired a photograph of plaintiff Leslie Daniels standing immediately in the back of an American flag, and they have the timestamps at 32 minutes and 24 seconds and at 33 minutes and 2 seconds of the show. See Exhibit 1. The defendant, Corey Holcomb, clearly identified plaintiff Leslie Daniels as the daughter of Anton Daniels. While the photo was shown, host Corey Holcomb made disparaging and highly offensive statements about plaintiff and her father. Now, that was the rap song I showed y'all earlier, or y'all listened to, where Corey Holcomb said that he would, have intercourse with Anton's wife, and he called his daughter, again, a woman that does no pants dance to other women. I'll let y'all have that imagination yourself. Now, let's see here. Let's continue. Defendant Corey Holcomb referred to plaintiff Leslie Daniels on the broadcast as an ugly, I'm not going to repeat that, at the 2 hour, 5 minutes, and 46 second mark of the show. The defendant knew at the time that the statement was made, the plaintiff was a minor. The statement was made intentionally to disparage and demean plaintiff. The defendant expected at the time, he would profit monetarily by ridiculing Leslie Daniels and subjecting her to scorn since his podcast has promotions for products that bring in substantial income. Yeah. He talked very bad about her. Okay, let me go here. Hold on a second. All right. Now, on the next show, January 27, 2026, Corey Holcomb exhibited for his audience a t-shirt which depicted the plaintiff Leslie Daniels as an ape and depicted plaintiff Sharita Daniels as an ape. Exhibit 2, defendant Corey Holcomb explained that viewers of his podcast could purchase the t-shirt. He alleged that all money received from viewers would be donated to the family of a woman that was deleted in Detroit by ICE agents. To date, no accounting of the funds for t-shirts have been rendered by defendant Holcomb. Upon information and belief, all proceeds from the t-shirt have remained with the defendant. Man, all right, well, oh, by the way, something that the lead attorney said yesterday when he was doing this, he said basically that, it's possible, and again, I heard this from the lead attorney, that it's possible that the reason that his wife, Anton's wife, and his daughter did the lawsuit instead of Anton was because of things like discovery and other things like that, right? If you do the lawsuit against his wife where there's not a lot in the past that he can maybe dig up or things like that. But if he did the lawsuit, if Anton Daniels directly did the lawsuit, it's a possibility that maybe some things could come up that, maybe wouldn't want to get into the public eye, if you know what I mean. So there's that. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute, huh? Talk to me now. Oh, yeah, by the way, thank you to the Standard. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Salute to you as well, bro. Today is the 100th day of the year, 265 days left in 2026. I had no idea. I appreciate that. All right. Well, hey, check this out, y'all. Again, for the ones that's in the chat, we got 5,000 people in the chat. If y'all want to, show your boys some love, join the channel membership, hit the Cashapp, hit the super chat. All right, let's continue to read this. The cause of action. All right, the cause of action here, or what they want to do. Plaintiffs repeat, reiterate, and reallege each and every allegation set forth in paragraphs 1 through 18 here and above as if fully set forth therein. Defendant Corey Holcomb on his podcast on January 20th, 2026, falsely stated that plaintiff Leslie Daniels, his daughter, was a you-know-what. This is a disparaging, homophobic, and misogynistic slur for a lesbian, particularly one who is masculine or butch. 21. Plaintiff Leslie Daniels is a heterosexual and not a lesbian. The false statement was made by defendants intentionally to demean plaintiff and subject her to ridicule. Yes, indeed. 23. Defendants knew the statement was false at the time it was made, or in the alternative, defendants failed to use reasonable care to determine either the truth or falsify of the statement, yet made them anyway without regard to truthfulness. Plaintiff is entitled to recover compensatory damages, meaning his daughter, that she's entitled to recoup some money because y'all call her a dyke and that was not right, not accurate. She's straight. She's not a lesbian. I'm sorry, heterosexual, my bad. Plaintiffs maintain the defendants knew the statements were false and acted with conscious regard of a child's rights. The statements were made with oppression and malice in an effort to disparage plaintiff and damage her personal reputation and subject her to ridicule among her friends, classmates, and the viewing audience. As a result, plaintiff is entitled to recover punitive damages. Now, remember, Anton Daniels went on his show afterwards and said, man, I got to take my daughter out of school. I don't know how they're going to maintain after this. She's heartbroken. And, he put on a good front, right? He had the freaking sad music going in the background and everything. I mean, they're going to play that in court. And I think he did that on purpose to give sympathy play. And in the public, once they get the lawsuit going, he can say, man, you know what? I went on my podcast after he outed my wife and my daughter, and I waved the white flag. I gave up, but he kept going. He put a t-shirt out. He put out the monkey mask video on me and everything, right? He can use that against him in court. Say, man, I tried to, I backed out of it, but he kept dumping on me, and he dumped on my daughter and all those kind of things, right? So, in my opinion, he's going to use that to his advantage for sure. Okay. Second cause of action: false light. Plaintiffs repeat, reiterate, and reallege every single allegation set forth in paragraphs 1 through 25 here and above, as set forth fully herein. Defendant statements about plaintiff Leslie Daniels on podcast of January 20th, 2026 show plaintiff in a false light. Defendant falsely stated the plaintiff was, we got that, of course, it was a slur, blah, blah, blah. Let me scroll down a little bit more because this is where they're going to get the compensatory whatever damages. Number 31, plaintiff Leslie Daniels was harmed by the public statements made by the defendants. The statements made by defendants were a substantial factor in causing harm to the plaintiff. As a result of the foregoing, plaintiff requests compensatory damages in an amount determined in trial. Okay. So basically everything was false. He said all this stuff, it wasn't right, and now my daughter is traumatized, right? Traumatized. Hold up.
Enemy spotted.
Traumatized. Okay, third cause of action. Defamation of Leslie Daniels with respect to the t-shirt image. Now, if you're just not joining me, you might be wondering, what's that t-shirt image that he's talking about? Well, let's go back here. The t-shirt image. This is the t-shirt image that he's talking about. Again, there's a picture of Anton Daniels in the middle. He has a safari hat on, and we got a picture of his daughter in the pink pants, and we got a picture of his wife, Anton Daniels' wife, in the right with a apron, and they both look like monkeys. Okay? So there's that. Let's get back to the complainant. All right. Number 34. Plaintiffs repeat, reiterate, and reallege each and every allegation set forth, blah, blah, blah. Defendant Corey Holcomb's exhibit of the t-shirt with a picture of plaintiff Leslie Daniels portrayed as a monkey was a demeaning and unmistakably racist image.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
At the time the t-shirt appeared on the screen, defendant Corey Holcomb made clear to his viewers that the figures appearing on the t-shirt were members of Anton Daniels' family. The depiction of black people as apes or monkeys is deeply rooted, racist, and dehumanizing trope with a long history designed to deny the humanity of African descendant people and justify slavery and discrimination. This image is understood to be so degrading and demeaning that it could not possibly be passed off as satire or humor. I mean, Anton Daniels always talk about the lack of racism in the world, but he's using racism here in this lawsuit. I mean, well played, sir. Number 38. The image of plaintiff Leslie Daniels as an ape was and is defamatory. 39. Plaintiff Leslie Daniels is entitled to recover compensatory damages. Number 40. The image was displayed by defendant Corey Holcomb with sneering, condescension, and with oppression and malice, and in an effort to disparage and dehumanize plaintiff and subject plaintiff to ridicule. As a result, plaintiff is entitled to recover punitive damages. Man, oh man, oh man. Now, defamation of Sharita, which says the same thing in the last paragraph, but it just got Sharita in there instead of his daughter, right? Deeply rooted in racism, dehumanizing African descendants of people, the compensatory damages, all that good, wonderful stuff, and could not be possibly passed off as satire. Let's continue. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. Now this goes to his daughter first. Remember, Corey Holcomb went on the show on his live stream was saying, "Hey, this is hurting my family. My daughter got pulled out of school and all that jazz." 49. By publicly declaring plaintiff Leslie Daniels to be an ugly dyke and exhibiting and selling a t-shirt containing a picture of her as an ape, defendants caused plaintiff to suffer severe emotional distress. Defendants knew the plaintiff Leslie Daniels would hear the false and degrading description of her and would know that Corey Holcomb and the 5150 show were hawking a t-shirt with an image of her as an ape. Plaintiff did in fact hear the defamatory description of her and seeing the degrading t-shirt with her image. Defendants knew that emotional distress would possibly result from their conduct or gave little to no thought to the probable cause of their conduct. Number 52, at all times, defendants were reckless in their conduct. As a result of the foregoing, plaintiff is entitled to compensatory damages. Defendant's conduct was gross and despicable and beyond the bounds of human decency. The defendants were guilty of malice and oppression. As a result of the despicable racist trope, the plaintiff is entitled to an award of punitive damages. Yes. And of course, the same thing will be said about his wife, punitive damages, because she was also shown on the shirt as an ape. It also caused her emotional distress as well. And because of that, give me the money. Where is it? Violation of California Civil Code 3344. Okay. Plaintiffs, repeat, reiterate, allege, all that good, wonderful stuff. Defendants violated California Civil Code Section 3344 by displaying the photograph of plaintiff Leslie Daniels, a minor, without prior permission of plaintiff or her parents on January 20th, 2026 for commercial gain and profit. The defendant conduct was knowingly and intentional. At the time the defendant, Corey Holcomb, displayed the photograph during his podcast, he stated it was the photograph of Anton Daniels' daughter. The defendant, Corey Holcomb, showed the photograph as part of his efforts to increase his audience for the podcast, bolster his ratings, and increase fees from commercial supporters, all to the benefit of the 5150 show. And of course, as a result, the plaintiff is entitled to recover compensatory damages. Prayer for relief. Plaintiffs pray for the following relief: compensatory damages in an amount to be proved at trial, exemplary and punitive damages for the first, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth cause of action, for attorney's fees with respect to the seventh cause of action, for the costs and expenses of the suit, for such other and further reliefs as the court deems proper. So basically, they want complete damages for this pain they suffered. They want them to pay the attorney fees. They want them to pay all the court costs. So basically, whatever they get, whatever their judgment is, they want them to pay for the entire freaking court proceeding. Yes, explain the bish.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
Basically, explain the bish. Yes, indeed. Of course, signed dated February 24th. Wade litigation by Stephen Sarshik, attorney for plaintiffs Leslie Daniels and Sharita Daniels. Okay. Man, oh man, oh man. So, okay, they got the exhibits, which there's that's the exhibit 1. Yep, the picture, remember that? Exhibit 2, the t-shirt. Oh man, they even got the freaking, they even got the video that they showed it on, so they can't delete it because now it's public record and evidence. Ooh-wee. This is dedicated to you, Lane. Oh man. They even got the caption. Oh, I'm sorry. He said it's dedicated to you, lame, but when the closed caption of the video called it said lame, but he said lame in the video. All right, okay. So these are the 2 exhibits that they have as proof. I don't know why he didn't put his wife picture up there, because he also showed a picture of his wife, but again, his daughter at the time of that taping, he says, was 17, which makes her a minor, I guess, in the state of California. And so now they're suing because of that too. So, okay, we got all 16 pages done. So, wow. Yes. Well, might get spicy indeed. Mr. McKish. All right. And I probably messed that up again, but sorry about that in advance. Man, oh man. Well, like I said, this wasn't going to be long, but y'all see it, right? The entire affidavit, the entire lawsuit in the Superior Court of the State of California, the County of Los Angeles Civil Division. All right, we're going to keep it here long, but I wanted to show you all the entire affidavit, so now you see it. This is what they will take to the Court of Los Angeles. I don't know what kind of money they will get out of it or if they will get anything out of it. But the point of this isn't to get money, it's to put more dirt on Corey Holcomb and, as people in the military would say, administrative violence, okay? We're going to sue you, and even if you don't get any money, well, you can either settle out of court to keep from the discovery process happening, or we take you to court, and if you lose, well, you got to pay us, right? So either way, you lose. I mean, that's pretty much the way it is. And of course, bad publicity because now we're all talking about it. So everybody knows that Corey Holcomb is in a lawsuit with Anton Daniels. So either way, this is bad publicity on Corey Holcomb, right? So, man, oh man, oh man. Well, I think that we will end that stream here. I just want to show y'all what's going on, right? Hold on. Just want to show y'all what's going on so now you all see it, right? Okay. So, with that being said, I thank you all for attending another episode of Friday episode of this live stream, all right? I hope you got some out of it, and thanks for all the birthday well wishes. Again, drop some out in the bucket on your way out. Let's check this poll because I'm about to close this out as well. Is a lawsuit necessary? Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, snap. Let me get a birthday shout out. Where is it? Happy birthday. Yeah, this court thing might get spicy. It might even get thrown out. Time will tell. Let me do something with this real quick. Hold on a second. Let me tweak this up a little bit. Show chat. Why is this not showing like it's supposed to? It's supposed to show more. Might get spicy. Okay. Got to fix that later. But anyway, thank you for the super chat. That's supposed to show more than why it's not, but we will fix that later. Okay. So anyway, thanks you everyone for attending another episode of the Working Man Podcast. Where I am your host, Nicholas J. Fury, here where reality checks are free. Corey Holcomb, if you're watching this, man, remember this, brother. Reality checks are free. See you next time.
You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite.